how this is going to happen. It's going to be one-on-one, you and me. All right? That's it. The rest of you are going to be up here doing the stuff on the surface or practicing skills, doing what these other two guys want you to do. So we're going to show you some of the methods to deal with those that you can do on your own, but that you'll also be able to help your buddy out. We'll show you how to do some of those. All right? So those are going to be up here on the surface. If I'm looking for somebody specific, like my dive buddy, I'm going to use sets of 2. Can you hear that? Underwater, it'll be louder. I'm going to continue those sets of 2. That tells my partner I'm looking for you. I'm using that double tap to let you know that I'm still looking for you. You're going to do that for 30 to 60 seconds. Okay? At the end of that 60 seconds, my taps are going to change from 2s to 5. Okay? Different number, different rate. That's my signal to go to the surface. The second emergency skill we're going to do is your emergency buoyant ascent. Right, this is a true system failure out of air emergency. You have no choice but to go to the surface. However, you're still going to do it under control, right? Okay. And I'm going to tell you this now, right? This is the one time and only time in this entire course that I'm going to turn your air off. You are not going to have any air.
First cramping is you can reach over, grab your fin tip, and pull on back. That's good hamstring. You can try and modify the way you're kicking to help alleviate your cramps. So sometimes if you're doing your standard flutter kick that may cause a cramp, you do a frog kick, which is the kick that I personally use the most. It's the one where you kick like this instead of like this. Or you can do a dolphin kick, like Little Mermaid. It all just depends on which one is going to work best for your cramp stop. So, the way you use these is I keep mine clipped down here. Verify that carabiner is attached. Now this can spool out, but keep it spooled in. This is just held in by Velcro. And then just kind of let that fall out in the water. Got a little one-way valve here. What you'll do, you'll push in and breathe. About like that, but then you can pull it down and it'll stand up in the water.
More than likely, you're going to go more advanced, which would be the weight integrated BCs, because I don't know, I like having the weights there, I like them having securely fastened to the BC. If you ever go and rent equipment, say you're down in Aruba or something like that, and you say, hey, let's go dive for a couple of days. You go and you rent equipment from somebody, I guarantee you 98% of the time, you're going to get a non-integrated BC with a weight belt. To string them on, pretty self-explanatory. You got 2 loops right there. Okay, you bring it from the inside around and back through, and it locks the weight into place. The buckles work pretty simple. You just insert, open in into that, and it's a cam lock. Okay? And you have it on your waist for the first time, and you go down to about 60, 70 feet. You're like, this thing's going to come loose. I just know it's going to come. But they're pretty reliable. But make sure if you get a rental one that you check the buckle itself. Make sure that the cam and everything is in good shape, because if they've been worn out and you get down there and all of a sudden it pops off, guess what you're going to be? Another thing, and this was a hard one for me to get used to, when you lock this cam down, you're going to have a big flap of material left over. It's going to be dangling. And if you're like me, I'm like, I don't like that. That's bothering me, so I wanted to tuck it, tie it up. So I did that, and my dive master, who was Dutch, came up to me. He's like, somebody said something to me. I don't know what it was. Basically, it was unloop that, because you want that flap to be running free, just in case you run into an emergency where you've got to dump the weight. You run out of air and you have to do an emergency ascent. First of all, if you've got to tow somebody, you see what he's doing? You want them to be as positive as they can possibly be. So if you need to reach up, hopefully they're conscious. You can talk to them. Hey, how you doing? Over that eye contact, human contact. Go ahead and inflate them all the way up. This is especially good if you've got somebody that's really panicked and needs that face-to-face or eye-to-eye contact when you can talk to somebody. You're going to be basically pushing them. You're not towing. Turn around this way. I'm going to come in. Grab their fins. Okay? peek through the middle. All right, Ian, you okay? You got cramps? You tired?
Yeah.
You need a biscuit?
Yeah.
Maybe a milkshake or something. I'm gonna get you there. Okay?
I like cookies.
So once again, make sure that you're buoyant, and you're basically just gonna push your dive buddy
So
along.
come together. It's time